Hi everyone, I hope you are doing great today. Welcome back to Pacific Front channel. Today I'm going to talk about Indonesian Pandur 8x8 or Cobra as we call it in Indonesia. A newly arrived 8x8 infantry fighting vehicles from Excalibur Army, now Czechoslovak Group. Now that the information about this vehicle is more available, or more clear you might say, let's look at its general specification and its procurement for Indonesian Army. Coming up. First of all, I'm glad that TNI finally chose their 8x8 vehicle. It's about time though. We see in the last couple of years, there are growing trends among nations to equip 8x8 armored vehicle for their armed force. The British and Australia have Boxers, US Marines now also have the latest 8x8 SCV, and many others. Our ASEAN friends also have 8x8 of their own. So it is nice to see that Indonesia finally decided to jump into the same playing field as well. But what does 8x8 offer? It offers more volume, more payload, and more protection, which enables it to take on a wider range of roles than the 6x6. Pandur 2 or Cobra 8x8 has a length of 7.5 meter, width of 2.67 meter, and height of 2.1 meter. It has a combat weight of around 17 tons or 22 tons with add-on armor. Powered with Cummins diesel engines with 455 horsepower. Cobra has a maximum speed of 105 km per hour on road, 10 km per hour at sea, and maximum range of approximately 700 km. It also fitted with a new breakwater that can be controlled from inside the vehicle. Cobra has a crew of 3, commander, gunner, and driver, and can carry up to 8 fully equipped personnel. Based on an article from Airspace Review, Cobra will be fitted with U-30 Mark II unmanned combat turret from Elbit System, which will be provided by Ares Elbit System Brazil. It uses Northrop Grumman 30mm Bushmaster Mark 44 and 7.62 machine gun from PT Pindad as secondary weapons. I also saw some pictures of it fitted with a Cockerill 3105 105mm high-pressure cannon, which will be great as a mobile gun system or MGS role. From what I saw, this particular variant doesn't have a propeller. Is it too heavy? The first serial production contract was signed in April 2019 between PT Pindad and Indonesian Ministry of Defense, with a value of 80 million US dollar to supply 22 units Cobra 8x8 for Indonesian Army Mechanized Infantry Battalion for the next 3 years. Some of them have already arrived last February, but I can't find any information on how many there are. PT Pindad said that Indonesian Army planned to purchase a total of 250 Cobra in several variants in the future. Side note here, in 2016, Indonesian Ministry of Defense had ordered 4 Pandur II from Excalibur Army and made their first appearance a year later at the 72nd anniversary of Indonesian National Armed Forces. Like I said earlier, I'm glad that Indonesia finally bought 8x8 armored vehicles. With the growing threat of high-caliber cannon being mounted in vehicles, makes it almost impossible for 6x6 like ANOA or smaller APC to withstand such damage. Don't get me wrong, ANOA and 6x6 APC is still needed though. The demand for 6x6 is still there, but for different kinds of operation and in lower threat missions. Not like the Marder IFV that Indonesia also has, wheeled armored vehicle like Cobra in 17 to 22 tons range can simply fit into C-130 Hercules or A400M Atlas. It doesn't need a transporter to carry it around either, makes it simpler in logistic and deployment. Wheeled IFV is also better suited for urban environments, without worry of damaging the roads and bridges. I also like Cobra for its swimming ability. Not only perfect for amphibious operation, but also river crossing where there is no bridge available or it's being destroyed. Keeping the pace of maneuver always at a high level without any delay from waiting for the M3 bridge layer vehicles to arrive. As far as I know, the Marine doesn't have any plan to purchase these vehicles yet. Looking at their outdated amphibious vehicle, I think they also need to update their combat vehicle with this one. Having this vehicle will be beneficial for them and for the TNI as a whole, because for once, both the Army and Marines can finally operate the same equipment, which will result in time and cost reduction due to burden sharing between both forces. One way to save money in the military. I appreciated the commitment from the Army to purchase 250 vehicles. This is enough to make one brigade combat team like the US Army does with their Striker. Well, actually the Striker BCT is around 300 vehicles, but it's close enough though. At least for the first 3 years, since it became fully operational, the Army can formulate the best composition, tactic, and deployment for each BCT format and its future role in the military. 250 Cobra, is it enough? For a territory as vast as Indonesia, no. In my calculation, the Army alone must have at least 1,200 vehicles in several configurations. I base my calculation from 300 vehicles of Striker BCT format times 4 Regional Defense Command. And if the Marines finally decide to update their equipment with this one, which I personally hope so, they will need at least 900 vehicles divided into 3 Marine divisions. Only one thing that I disagree is its turret choice. Why did they choose Ares instead of Cockerill? Sure, it is one of the most powerful turrets and cannons out there. But they already tried the Cockerill 3105 cannon for MGS variants. Why not use the 3030 cannon for the rest of the vehicles? It is basically the same turret. Both cannons are interchangeable and can be switched within 48 hours in the field. Harimau Medium Tank also use Cockerill 3105 for their turrets. Indonesia's future tank bot will also use this cannon. It's not wise to have so many turrets from different manufacturers for the Army. Moreover, for the same vehicle. It will be burdensome for TNI in the long run. So in my opinion, Ares is not the best choice for this one. In conclusion, Cobra 8x8 with heavier payload and firepower offer more capabilities for TNI. It will be perfect for the Army Spearhead Force in the future, especially in urban environments. Its ability to swim can also benefit Indonesian Marines if they plan to update their Soviet-era made equipment. The agreement between Excalibur Army and PT Pindad for its production opened up a new opportunity and knowledge for Indonesia to develop its own future 8x8 armored vehicle. Only one thing that I disagree with is the turret choice, but that's just my personal opinion. PT Pindad and the Army knows better what is the best for their needs. So what do you think about the Cobra 8x8? Are you as hyped as I am? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to know my opinion about the aircraft that will be perfect to transport Cobra by air, you can click right there in the upper right corner of the screen. As always, don't forget to like this video, share it to your friends and family, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.